Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Today we're looking at the new modular boards for Scythe. Scythe is a 1 to 5, even up to 7 player action selection engine building game by Stonemaier Games. And today we're looking at the new modular board expansion. Now in this video we're not going to explain how Scythe is played. There are plenty other videos about that. We're just going to look at the expansion for the modular boards. So let's get to it. It actually comes with a whole new double-sided game board. Each side is different. And these boards are different than the base game board layout too. You'll notice that there are also huge sections that are just blank. That's what these new Hex Tiles are for. There are 4 of them, and they are double-sided as well. New home base tiles are provided as well that are randomly placed on the board in the different spots. There's a lot of variability to the game. I was reading a thread online that using all 4 hex boards, there's 768 different combinations for that, but there's a variant which allows you to remove those hex boards depending on the player count, and adding in that the home territories are randomly placed out to each game. There are now hundreds of thousands, millions even, of different combinations of board setup now with this modular board expansion. I played a 4-player game, and the variant has you remove one of the hexes. It really helps keep the players closer to each other and makes for a tighter game. At the beginning of the game, players randomly receive a player mat, and then the person with the highest number chooses a faction, and then the next highest, and so on. Players will need to choose wisely which faction they choose because the home territories are randomly placed around the board as well. It also comes with 8 new structure bonuses for endgame scoring, like number of structures adjacent to any home base or factory, number of structures adjacent to the same lake, number of structures on village territories, number of structures on mountains and forests, number of structures on encounter territories, number of structures not adjacent to other buildings, your buildings or the opponent's buildings. I was initially surprised that this game came with a whole new game board. I was thinking that there would just be new hex tiles that I could lay on my existing board. And I know some people are going to be really bummed that there's no large version for this modular expansion, but I know one of the reasons Stonemaier Games made this decision is so that everything fits in the legendary box. I've heard some rumbling online that people are concerned that the hex tiles will slide around, and I don't think this is an issue. They're so large that this was not a problem at all when we played. And like I said, these boards are all double-sided, and they're all laid out differently. They have different things on them too for the resources, like this one has 2 villages. This one, though, has 2 hexes for mountains, so it's going to be easier for a player to maybe get more metal that game. I'm really intrigued on how the different board setups are going to affect the gameplay. I didn't see any new Easter eggs on the boards, but maybe you see something that I missed. I see some familiar things like the Grok from the Moomin stories. If you do see something new in the illustrations, tell me in the comments of this video. In my opinion, the purpose of this new product is to add variability to the game, and I think it accomplishes that purpose extremely well. This is a fitting end for content for Scythe that allows the game to be played differently every time. So if this sounds like something you would enjoy, pre-orders open up on May 29th on StoneMaierGames.com, and we would love for you to subscribe to Tantrum House.